Hey guys, here showing you how to replace a battery on a 2013 BMW X5. This is the, I believe the E70 body style, which was made from 2007 through 2013, so this is the last year of this. I believe they're coming out with the new body style this year. If you guys don't know, the batteries on these are located in the trunk. So you're gonna have to open up your hatch, obviously, and lower the tailgate down, and then in the very front cover here, in the front that you see, just lift this up, set this to the back, then you'll be looking at, you know, your tow hook and your storage bin here, I guess you can call it. You'll need to remove this using a Phillips screwdriver. There are 5 screws holding it on. One here. There are 2 down in the bottom and 1 right here in the front. So I'm going to remove those. Okay, once you've removed those, this simply just lifts right out of here, and we'll reveal the battery right here. Okay, now you will need a 10mm socket or wrench or ratchet or whatever you want to use. Then you'll also need a 13mm. Excuse me. You also need a 13mm socket as well. First thing you'll want to do is to loosen up the two. Well, you can loosen up the ground, the ground cable, which is right here. 10mm, loosen it up, and you can go ahead and just remove this, place it down to the side like so. Then next thing you'll want to do is to loosen the 10mm that's holding the power over here. Now this is all plastic around here. This part is metal, so when you're going to loosen this up and you have a metal wrench, make sure you don't ratchet into this because it will arc. You don't know if that's gonna like short out anything or mess up any computers or anything, so just be mindful of where you're swinging your ratchet around to. But you do need to loosen up. You don't need to remove this, but just loosen up this here 10mm that's right here, like so that it is now loose. Now this is under a cover right here. There is another cover right here that's labeled positive. You can just lift it up, and under there you'll find a 13mm. This one you can loosen and remove completely. We're trying to loosen this here, loosen the what's it called, this here piece, so you can move it out of the way easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that 13mm right now. Loosen this, take it off completely, set it to the side. Now the flathead screwdriver, there is one more cover that's right here in the front. You can get at it and just lift up on it like so. There's also another 13mm that's right here. This one you may or may not need to loosen up, but I'm going to loosen it up just because I've seen it done that way. So you loosen this one up and also remove this as well. Then you can go ahead and lift this big cable up here off, and then just let it hang to the side. It's fine for now. Okay, now what we need to do is to loosen up this here tie down. It's held on by a 13mm bolt that's right here, and then directly down here in the back there's also another 13mm. So go ahead and loosen and remove both of those. Okay, with it up out of the way, you should be able to lift this here out of the way. Just set it down on the side. Now what you want to do is to also loosen up the other tie down that's right here on the side, directly on the bottom. There's another 13 millimeter bolt. You can just loosen that up and remove the tie down bracket. Looks something like this. Set it down also. Now that you loosen up both of these bolts, there are these two metal tabs that are here on the side. If you reach down on the back, you'll notice it's clipped onto the battery. It's like holding this piece on. Reach around here and just lift it up like this. You see this is loose. Then you need to loosen up this other metal strap. You need to use a flathead screwdriver. If you look straight down, there's a little tab on this metal piece that you'll be able to pry. Just stick the screwdriver down and pry it away from you while lifting up on the metal piece, and it should come off like that. So you can see these metal pieces. Here is the tab I was talking about that you'll stick the screwdriver down onto and pry it away, and that'll release the cable. So as you can see, now that I'm looking at this, I was told to take this here piece off, but honestly you don't even need to. So you can go ahead and just reinstall this 13 millimeter back into place here, and just keep it attached. Just one less thing you have to worry about. Put the connector back on. Okay, now you can just move this stuff here to the side out of the way. I mean, you may have to work around it when you go to pull the battery out, but it can just sit there for now. And then the last thing you need to do now is just wiggle this here main cable and just lift it up like this. You can just set it to the side wherever you can get it to stay. This one doesn't really want to stay. Try and get it stuck somewhere. Yeah, it could just stay like that. So, and then you'll just take these two handles on the battery like this and just lift the battery straight up and out. Like so. There is a drain tube here that is attached to the battery. I forgot to mention. It obviously just came out when I pulled the battery up, but don't forget to disconnect that on the way out. It's just a piece of plastic. So don't forget to reconnect it when we put the battery back in. So go ahead and obviously set this one down and grab the new battery. Okay, I would like to note before you put your new battery in, on the old battery, if you notice this drain tube here, there's a little nipple that it went onto, this guy right here. You can just pull this one off of your old battery. It'll just pop right out of the hole. And then just, if your new battery has the same drain on it, it should. If you bought a battery for this car, the BMW ones will probably come with a new one, but this is just a Duralast Platinum battery. It is for this car, so it does have the provision for this. Just keep that in mind that you need to transfer that over to your new battery here so that you can go on ahead and reconnect it. So I've already done that. Make sure that the positive side is on the driver's side. The negative side obviously is on the other side of the battery before you stick it in there. You may need a helper to help you hold this stuff out of the way, but if you can manage to keep it to the side, then you go ahead and put this battery back into place. There is a small hook on the left side of the car over here. So make sure the battery's not sitting on top of it. You need to get down all the way to the ground, all the way to the floor here, and slide it over so it's under that, like so. Then you could put the two handles back down. Don't forget to connect the drain tube. I'm going to do that now. Then now you can go on ahead and reconnect the positive cable back. Like so. Don't tighten the 10 millimeter yet because you need to make sure that you got this in the right position as well. Then you go on ahead and set this here back down into position like it was before. Make sure that this hole finds its way onto this stud over here, like so. Then you can click these two metal tabs back on. Then you can go on ahead and put the 13 millimeter back here. This one you can go on ahead and tighten up. Like that, put the cover back down. Now what we want to do is go on ahead and put the hold down brackets back on. First over here on the side. Then you can go on ahead and bring the large one here and put that back into place as well. $13mm here, 13mm on the bottom. Okay, once you got this bracket right attached, you can tighten up the 10mm over here that's on the positive side. Just put the little door back down. Then you go on ahead and reconnect the negative cable and tighten that 10mm back up as well. Just like so. Then you'll go on ahead and place the storage bin container back in here. So, and then you'll put the 5 Phillips screws back into place and put the cover back on. So we'll go ahead and get those screws in here. That's all there is to it. Go ahead and put your cover back on into place, and you're done. Obviously this is a little bit more work than changing out a battery and say your 1990 Honda Civic, but it's completely doable by anybody. You don't really need anything special, just a few sockets, Phillips screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver, which I'm sure everybody has, especially if you do your own work often on your cars. So yeah, obviously the radio stations may not be saved because you deleted them, but go on ahead, I always go on ahead and press the unlock button and lock button to make sure that you know, nothing happened with any modules or anything is out of place. Go on ahead and go in the car and try and start it up, make sure that everything is working like it should be. Okay, as I told you guys to go ahead and check your lock and unlock buttons on your remote key fob and start up the car. Immediately you may see this chassis stabilization malfunction, DSC and X-Drive malfunction. I'm not going to read all that, you can see it. Also, you may have a light that says 4x4 and these little, I assume this is traction control light here on. The parking brake is probably going to be on because mine is set, and then obviously the seatbelt light. But I'm assuming that these usually go away after you drive for a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and take this for a drive now and see if it doesn't go away. Make sure I don't have to do anything else. You have to excuse me, I'm holding this giant DSLR, so I am going to try my best to hold it and film here so you guys can see it. Okay, I put it in drive now. I'm gonna go and see if I can maneuver my way out of here. Somebody parked right here in front of me. All right, let's go for a drive. I have tried to press the 4x4 button here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out by just pressing OK, and then go ahead and go for a drive and see. Hopefully this stuff will go off. Someone was telling me you do have to do some kind of reprogramming after this is done. I really hope that is not the case, so let's go for a drive. Hope everyone is doing good today. Oh, sure enough, just as you take it down the road, even just for, I wasn't even on the road for maybe 2 minutes or less than a minute, and it went right away. So that's probably normal. The computer probably just needs to recalibrate and readjust itself. But as you can see, the light is now off and there are no issues with the car at all. So yeah, just just making sure, just checking in with you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, just ask them. And until then, I will see you next time. Yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If this is your first time to the channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you guys would like to see more car repair videos, please message me. I do respond, and also you can feel free to send me a message if you like. On any video, I'll definitely respond to the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.